Imagine this situation. A group is preparing a large feast and needs to choose food carefully. A shopping list helps them organize vegetables, drinks, and other supplies, explain each choice, avoid forgetting anything, and review what is still missing. Today we are going to examine a paper shopping list closely and learn how to describe it in clear, natural American English. The goal is not only to name the object. The goal is to explain what it looks like, what it feels like, how the important parts work, how the hands interact with it, and how to describe the complete actions safely from beginning to end. Paper shopping list is used for organizing items to buy and checking them off while shopping. It is flat and rectangular, often small enough to hold in one hand or place in a pocket. It is made from a sheet of paper, notepad page, or card used with a pen or pencil. Its visible appearance usually includes a heading, item lines, categories, quantities, and optional checkboxes. In the hand or during use, it may feel light, thin, flexible, and smooth or slightly rough depending on the paper. Notice the difference between describing a fact and describing a sensation. You can say, it is made of a particular material. That identifies what the object is. You can say, it feels smooth, firm, cool, or slightly rough. That explains the physical experience of touching or handling it. You can also compare expectation and reality. It feels lighter than it looks, or it feels sturdier than I expected. A basic description names the object. A clearer description adds its purpose. A detailed description adds shape, material, texture, and one visible feature. For example, a basic sentence is, this is a paper shopping list. A better sentence is, this is a paper shopping list used for organizing items to buy and checking them off while shopping. A more detailed version is, this paper shopping list is flat and rectangular, often small enough to hold in one hand or place in a pocket. It has a heading, item lines, categories, quantities, and optional checkboxes. The detailed version gives the listener a picture without using unnecessarily difficult language. Now let us name the important parts naturally. The main parts include heading, item line, quantity, category, checkbox, margin, and back of the page. Do not simply memorize the labels. Connect each part to its position and function. Ask yourself, where is it? What does it look like? What does it do? Which part does the hand touch? This turns passive vocabulary into usable speaking language. Precise verbs make the explanation much clearer. Write down means record information in writing. List means write several items one after another. Group means put similar items together. Check off means mark an item as completed or found. Cross off means draw a line through an item. Add means include another item. Review means look over again to make sure it is complete. Similar verbs are not always interchangeable. A general verb may communicate the idea, but the precise verb shows the direction, force, and purpose of the movement. Instead of saying, I do something to it, describe the actual action and the result. Here is the physical sequence. First, write down the items you need. Next, group similar items together. Then add a quantity beside each item. After that, fold the list so it fits in a pocket. At this point, unfold it in the store. While doing this, scan each line. Once that is complete, check off or cross off an item after finding it. Finally, add a forgotten item in the margin. Then, review the list before leaving. This sequence uses cause and effect naturally. You hold one part steady because that prevents slipping. You line parts up so they move correctly. You use gentle pressure first. Otherwise, you may damage the object or lose control. Once the action is complete, you check that the object is secure and return it to a safe position. Hand position language is especially useful. You can say, place your thumb on the surface. Wrap your fingers around the safe part. Support the base, keep it upright. Hold it steady with one hand while the other hand moves the smaller part. Move it toward you, push it away from you. Apply a little pressure. Line it up before you continue. These chunks sound natural because they explain both position and movement. Safety is part of a complete description. Keep your attention on the place around you while reading the list. Do not block aisles or walk into traffic while looking down. Store the pen safely and recycle the paper when it is no longer needed. A strong English explanation does not only tell someone what to do, it also explains why. Use phrases such as, this prevents damage. That way, it will not slip. Keep your fingers away from the unsafe part. Do not force it if it feels stuck. Make sure it is secure before you continue. Let us upgrade the language step by step. A simple version is, I use it. A clearer version is, I hold it and move the correct part. A stronger version is, I hold the main body steady with one hand and use the other hand to control the moving part. A detailed version adds direction and result. I line it up carefully, apply gentle pressure, and continue until it moves into the correct position. This is the kind of development that helps with PET and FCE speaking, because it combines accuracy, sequence, and detail. Natural spoken English also uses short cause-and-effect chunks. I keep it steady because I do not want it to slip. I move slowly so I can stay in control. I check the position before I continue. Once it is secure, I finish the action. While I am using it, I watch the moving parts. After I finish, I put it back in place. These connectors make the description sound organized rather than like a disconnected list. Common mistakes usually come from choosing a verb that is too general, using too much force in the description, or skipping the final safety step. Avoid saying only, I open it, I do it, or I put it there, when a more precise action is available. Also avoid adding details that you cannot actually observe. When the design may vary, say, depending on the version, or describe only the parts you can see. Here is one complete real-life model. I take a small paper shopping list from my pocket and unfold it. The heading says Feast Supplies, and the items are grouped into vegetables, drinks, and other food. I read the first line, find the item, and check the box beside it. If the exact item is unavailable, I write a possible replacement in the margin. I cross off anything we no longer need and add a forgotten item at the bottom. Before leaving, I review every line, count the unchecked boxes, fold the list, and put it back in my pocket. Now listen to a short action sequence. I remove a folded sheet from my pocket, open it flat, read one line at a time, mark each completed item, write an extra item along the side, and look over the whole page before leaving. The actions are unfold, scan, check off, add, review, and fold. The value of this challenge is that the verbs create a mental picture. When you hear the direction, the hand position, and the result, you can identify the object and the action even before the object is named. The next time you describe this object, begin with its purpose, move to shape and material, name the main parts, explain the action in sequence, and finish with one safety point. Use precise verbs, natural chunks, and clear cause and effect. That approach will make your English more accurate, more visual, and much easier for another person to follow.